The words that I have heard most this month are, hey, you don't know me, but. Hey there, Cosmonauts, and welcome to the first episode of the 5th season of Slab City Updates. If you're new here, my name is Cos, and I do vlogs about my life inside of Slab City. If you're into that sort of thing, you should subscribe, maybe hit that little bell notification to make sure that you get sent the newest content when I put it out there. I kind of like to name seasons, and this season I named changes. And as you can see, even in the Slab City updates, there are changes. As you can see, there's a new background behind me. I've got a new logo, a new intro, a new channel header. The website's about to change. Lots of new and exciting stuff going on. This week's Put Our Meat in Your Mouth Monday menu was tacos. We did a beef for the meat eaters and a black bean recipe that was good for vegans and everybody. Pretty much everybody put that on their taco as well, and had a real good turnout for that. Mojo's Camp decided to do a music Monday, so it's real nice. I can feed the people and kind of send them on their way. Don't have too many lingerers. And to be honest with you, lingerers haven't been the problem. What has been the problem is people showing up early. Like, I put 5 o'clock on the thing is what time to come, and people start showing up at about 4 o'clock, and I probably wasted about a half hour of time just going out and telling people, hey, it's not 5 yet. At least wait for the sunset to go down. So yeah, that's been a little bit frustrating. Definitely, the season is upon us with this very first episode, even though it's kind of a little bit behind me. But I want to say the words that I have heard most this month are, hey, you don't know me, but. So yeah, I've been hearing that an awful lot. I did have one person that I was played the Magic game with, the kid that I've been playing for 21 years. Later on, he goes, "Oh, you know what? I think I actually watched a video of yours," and I was like, "Oh, cool." And he was like, "Doesn't that surprise you a little bit?" And I'm like, "Nah, not really. Like, I've actually been getting notice for quite some time, so I'm actually used to it by now." So yeah, but that is definitely the words I've heard most this month. Uh, this last week was earnings and commodities. And in case you're unfamiliar with those, the third Tuesday and the third Tuesday of the month, a gentleman by the name of Ernie's comes out, and it's a faith-based thing, and he brings out food, not only just canned food to give away and take home, but they also do a feeding of a meal, and they bring out stuff to raffle off to the community. So that's on Tuesday, and then the very next day is the U.S. commodities, and they just give you the dry foods and send you on your way, and often have meat and fruits and some produce as well. So it's not just canned foods, but it is just basically your stock stuff. And this week in the commodities, there was some cod in it, and actually taught Shiny how to deep fry fish, and he did a fantastic job with just me kind of telling him what he needed to do. Seems how, his go-to meal is mac and cheese. So it's kind of cool to see him expanding what he can do. And ladies, remember that Shiny's starting to be a good cook. It also was Thanksgiving this week. People kept on asking me, "What am I cooking? What am I cooking?" Well, I did my meat on your mouth Monday thing. I didn't want to do a Thanksgiving thing, but the Ponderosa which is a Airbnb here, they did a potluck thing, and I made a quinoa vegetarian salad. Had some feta cheese and Parmesan cheese in it. Otherwise, it would have been vegan. But I found when I do potlucks and stuff like that, especially like this week, like so many people made things with the stuff that they got from commodities because like they gave us 60 eggs as well. So there was plenty of deviled eggs to be had. Even when I was leaving, there was still deviled eggs to be had, and that's a rarity. So yeah, I definitely got my fill on deviled eggs. So in those situations, when I go to potlucks, I always try to bring something that I don't think very many people will bring, and often that's stuff for vegetarians and vegans. So that was what I contributed to that. It was a good time. So Shiny got himself a bike and has been working on it. It was a bucket case. He needed to piece it together, and he's been working pretty hard on that. And in fact, Nikki helped him get some tires for it. Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Uh, but seeming how he's had a bike to ride and I've had somebody to ride with, I've been riding my fat tire bike a lot more. And that's been a lot of fun for me. And in fact, yeah, I even went out and got the LED uh, wheel lights so that I would be seen, so I could drive it at night. When I went to the range, going there, I really couldn't see very well because the moon wasn't out yet, so I definitely need a headlight or something like that. Plenty of side view, and I didn't crash, so I guess it. This week also had a couple of out of range things lined up, and one of them was a band by the name of Dr. Striker, and like somewhat a little bit frustrated with it. Like I like doing it and stuff like that, um, but sometimes with you musicians and artists and things like that, you know, they kind of don't think about other people's time and things like that. And I was told to be ready at 10 o'clock in the morning, which I was. I was ready to go. I had everything charged, things like that. Then I was told it was going to be a little bit later, and probably didn't end up getting over there to set things up until about 1 o'clock. And probably only took us about a half hour to actually get things set up. Took the band another couple hours to get ready before we were actually shooting stuff. And like honestly, I have plenty of things I could have been doing that day. Like I only need to be there that when you're ready to perform. So yeah, and also had a cancellation this week, which kind of sucked because I actually didn't end up going to commodities because I needed to get things done so that could film right after commodities. So yeah, I didn't go get my stuff and then didn't record either. So that was kind of a bummer. But for the most part, I do enjoy the out of range thing, and looking forward to doing a lot more of them. I do realize that probably not everybody's going to be like this. Probably be a lot more smooth like the first one. Um, Anyways, I think that kind of does it for this week. Uh, Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz.
Send Carson money on PayPal so he can buy himself something to eat. Then he won't have to sell his body to Albanian men on the street. We're broke hippies living out in the desert, no money and no shoes. And he may smoke the marijuana, but at least he won't spend it